Hello everybody and welcome! My name is Pacifst and the game you see right there is Stellaris. It's one of the newer titles released around 2 months ago by Paradox. It's a strategic empire building game. It is pretty good. It is infuriating addictive. I have already almost 450 hours in that game. But I'm still not good. I'm pretty bad in that game because there's a lot of in-depth into it. So, what is this series about? What is the best way to describe what I'm gonna do? So, this game, basically, you have your own empire. Give me a second. There we go. You have your own empire with different ethics, how that empire works, and with different traits for your people life. So, what I wanna do in this series is not really to prove, but at least try one thing. Apparently, where is it? Apparently, it is not, I don't want to say impossible, but apparently it is really hard to win as a pacifist. And this is what this series is about. I wanna try out how far I can get as a pacifist before the rage quit or try one. So yeah, let's do this. Let's create a new empire. So I'm first they're pures. What are we gonna do? So what's more fitting than cats on my channel? She's female, clearly. She's female. Species name. I really dislike that. Worker, fan, Dachi. Yeah, I can work with that. Not gonna bother to run the write a biography. It takes way too long and that's something that I care about. Let's go with. I do like that. Go with. So now we have the traits. The traits are only important how your people live your life. As you see, you have only 2 points, and you have certain traits that give you minus. That will provide you with an extra point, which is quite helpful. So, that went straight up. Impossible to reach, I think. But it's not a big deal. So, what do we want? Since the last update, we have... No, let me start like this. Happiness is now, thanks to the last update, a really valuable resource. The higher the happiness, the better is your production. The lower your happiness, the higher is the ethics divergence, and we'll come to it a little bit later. And the higher the happiness, of course, the less the ethics divergence, what is usually a good thing. I don't know of any scenario where this is a bad thing. So, in that case, we definitely want communal. Communal is pretty good because it gives us overall plus 5% happiness, which means there's a certain math behind it, but it's people say it's around a 12% overall production bonus, which is quite something. It's not as good as 15% on a certain thing, but as I said, overall 12% is pretty good. Well, what is the next thing we want? Rapid breeders, increases growth time. This means the worst idea. Slow learners. I don't really mind slow learners that much, to be honest. Even though with the censorship it can be a little bit tedious at a point. Nomadic. I'm not sure. totally honest. I'm really not sure. Conformitists, not that good. For me at least, it is really good with a different government ethic, I will come to it later, where you can purge other species and adapt your own species to live on the planet. The conformitist in that case is really good. Ethics divergence, what that calls is your people to have different, to change their government ethics, which can result in your colonies to war with your empire, rebellion. They're straight up unhappy. Charismatic would be the worst idea. It's not immediately useful. That one is difficult though. I think I'm gonna take it. Yeah, why not? So that one, let's go for Mayor Ruler. The name. Let's do it. Yeah, whatever. So there's a small variant. Unfortunately enough, it's not that much, but there are an incredible amount of mods that would provide with more of the variants and colors. I like that one. So, the name and class. I do like the Cal. Could I have it back? I forgot what to put it. Ah, that's my weekend. What, buddy? He's bored. Again. I will put that to my friend. Right after the video is done. Okay, Prime. I'm fine with that. Continental world. This is... The choice between worlds isn't as important. It's basically not important at all. It could be... I'm not quite sure about the chain of terraforming. So which planet will go first in terraform, or what's most likely to be chosen next after a certain terraform. In any case, let's go with tropical. Those are like tropical. The cities also don't matter at all. I do like the reptilian. So those are the core of my series. Government ethics. That one will be a little bit more difficult to find what people would call a good ethic. But I don't care about the good ethic. Let's go with fanatic pacifists, because, as I said, I wanna try to win as a pacifist, just to make it a little bit more interesting for myself. Because all other ethics are pretty good. Individualist, it's really solid. Especially with Honeybound warriors. One goes for militarist and individualist, and you have friends for life. Just it could be a little bit wanky with happiness, ethics divergence at a longer play, if you're spreading a little bit further. But the alliance is pure gold in that case. Xenophile is more of a democratic aspect. Not democratic. Diplomacy aspect, there we go. Because other empires do like one. A little bit more. Right from the get-go. So it is pretty good. And overall that one will be my second choice after Pacifist, because as I said, Pacifists cannot win with a war. I mean through conquering. I mean they can, yes, but they cannot go for an offensive war. That means we need a more subtle approach, which would be diplomacy. Collectivist, Collectivist is pretty good because you can purge other species. It is overall the easiest game mode, not game mode, the easiest way to play. You conquer a planet, murder everyone, and then you place your own people, modify them so they can adapt to the planet, and there we go. Set. Pretty good. Usually if one takes a planet in a war, the people will become unhappy due to a new empire. And if you purge them, you avoid the unhappiness, so it is pretty good. Spiritualist. Spiritualist is pretty good, especially in the late game with the ethics divergence, so you don't run with the risk to have a rebellion against you. Also, it provides us with Theocratic Republic, which is an incredible, powerful government form. Incredibly powerful. Because, as you see, plus 5% happiness. It is, again, overall around 12% of extra production. And less food consumption, which means your planets will grow faster. And not your planets, but your people will grow faster on the planet. Especially with the growth time, minus 5%, and minus 10% food consumption. It's quite something. Resettlement cost and leader lifespan. It's decent. However, there's also a different benefit to the Theocratic Republic. We'll come to it a little bit later. The Divine Mandate. This one is particular for happiness. Because the two... No, wait. It's ethics divergence, right. What was I thinking? Oh, right, I was thinking about the park building. Because the park building of the Enlightenment Monarchy provides happiness. I'm not sure if it's 10 or 15%. Either way, it is pretty good. While the two monuments, less ethics divergence. So, how will be this approach? Because ethics divergence will become a problem. However, as a pacifist, the risk to get a planet, yeah, it's a risk. The risk to get a planet with a different species is quite low. Except if you can establish a protectorate or create a vassal. But those are not that likely. Anyhow, the spiritualist, it will provide a little bit. It will provide some enemies across the galaxy, because not all empires do like spiritualists. There's also quite wanky with those ones. Some just like militarists or certain form of militarists. Same as for individualists, materialists, pacifists, and collectivists. Xenophobes are the enemies of every life in the galaxy anyways, while xenophobes, as I said, diplomacy. Diplomacy in the good direction, goodish direction. Anyways, since I want to win as a... Nobody! 10 more minutes. Give me 10 more minutes. So, since my goal is to win as a federation, rather alliance, because a federation is pretty good, but they are a little bit wanky, I have to say. Right. We want to go with that one. Oh, there is no background for Alright, no background for Pacifst. I learned my lesson. Okay. What do we take now? That one will be a little bit difficult. That choice. So happiness is not as a big concern as a pacifist. Pacifists do have a so-called... Is it a pleasure dome? I'm not sure if it's a pleasure dome. It's a building that increases the habitability of a planet. In other words, the maximum happiness. And it also provides with 10% happiness. Now that one is addict cost and addict duration. Addicts are pretty good, I will come to them a little bit later. And the duration could be good. I rarely use them because they're seriously expensive. But it's something to consider. Also core systems +2 is really good. It's a really great choice. This one gives us up to 5 core systems. Oh, as a pacifist, that one is really tempting. That one also more. Leader capacity, leader pool size, and core sector systems. The leader pool size is solid. That one is difficult. That one is really difficult. Then I want to go with Enlightened Monarchy. This extra happiness will provide us with less ethic diligence. In a certain way. In a certain calculation way. Moral democracy. I'm not sure how that one will work. So the benefit of theocratic republic, besides of happiness and minus food consumption, is every time you elect a new ruler, your empire will be provided with 2 more leaders. You will see leaders in a few. So in a way you will save a lot of influence, which is a scarce resource in that game. Oh, it's difficult though. Alright, let's go with the moral democracy. There we go. Because I have no idea how that one works. Christ. Commonwealth. Nope. Nope. Well, I'm Confederacy. Wait, what is my planet name? I already forgot. Class. Oh, that's why we're alright. I'm fine with that. The flag. What do we take as a flag? It's not domination, policy, round. I like rounds. That one. That one looks good. We go for back. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Red and black is pretty aggressive. Let's go with... Hey. No, wait. Outside blue? Inside green, I guess? What does that look like? I don't know. Do I like it? I'm not sure. I don't like soccer, so let's not take that one. This is harder than I thought, because I'm unable to decide which one I like and which not. Products, ornate. Alright. I think that should be good. So, weapons, another great part. So, missiles are really bad. Missiles are really bad. As a difference to projectile weapons and energy weapons, missiles have a traveling time. Which is not the biggest concern, however the damage is delayed instead of energy weapons, and way more delayed than projectile weapons because they have also a traveling time, which is not a huge concern. Also, another big problem with missile weapons is all ships will target one ship of the enemy. As soon as this ship dies, all missiles will disappear. They do not target the next target, they just disappear. And same goes for the actual ship that is shooting the missiles. If that ship goes down, all traveling missiles will again disappear. So missile weapons are pretty bad. Even though I really like missiles, they look really cool. They're a really bad decision. Projectile weapons are usually the weakest ones. They have, in compared to energy weapons, they have a really low accuracy, and not really low, but a lower accuracy, especially the artillery in compared to the lance weapons, the energy weapons. So energy weapons then, the greatest benefit of energy weapons is if ships do not have shields, energy weapons will straight up obliterate the enemy. Because they do not extra damage, but they ignore armor of the enemy, which is a huge benefit. Especially at least in later stages with the so-called Taihun lens with energy lenses, because they have a 75% armor reduction, or they ignore 75% of armor. Either way, they will deal a lot of damage against the hull of a ship. Against shield weapons, they do have the so-called arc emitters and focused arc emitters. They ignore armor and shields, each one by 50%, which is really devastating against basically every fleet there is, or every ship type there is. Also, the accuracy of energy weapons is really high. The lances have 90% accuracy, which with further upgrades will result in a straight up hit. And the arc emitters, overall the cheapest ones, because they do have 100% hit ratio right from the get-go. But I do kinda wanna try out projectile weapons. I mean, not try out, but use them more. What I don't really like them. Even though the artillery is pretty cool. But it doesn't look as beautiful as energy weapons, as you might imagine. So the FTL method, I cannot be trusted with warm travel. I forbid it myself. Warp travel for newer players is alright. I do kinda like hyper travel. Even though it's, I don't wanna say tedious, but it takes quite a while. Yeah, let's go with warp travel. So, ship appearance doesn't matter at all, but I do like the mammalian and the reptilian one. Let's go with mammalian. So yeah, this is what we have. We go Xenophile for a better democracy chance. Not democracy, oh my goodness. Diplomatic results and diplomatic chances. There we go. We have a proper sentence. Fanatic Pacifist, because this is the straight up core of the Let's Play. Communal for the extra happiness, because it's amazing. And the other species happiness, because I really want migration across the board. Of course, migration will be a little bit... It will be dangerous because other empires could have xenophobe species, or species that will provide us with a greater disadvantage. Other charismatic would basically counter every disadvantage with extra happiness, and if any species will be xenophobe, then we have a special building for the xenophobe. So, let's save. Yes, done. Now to the last part. Let's go with medium. Yeah, let's keep this epileptical. AI empires. Let's go with 23. Aggressiveness is normal. Difficulty is normal because I cannot be trusted with insane. Accelerator of any and iron mode. No. So let's do it. So yeah, already 26 minutes into the video. Alright. Anyways, that's it for now. Let me see. And there's no planet nearby. This is quite unfortunate, I have to say. What this planet looks like? Do we have more than one tile of minerals? We have only one tile of minerals. I mean, we can have a second one, but it will be... whatever. So that's it for this episode. It was straight at the beginning. The interesting part will be in the next episodes. If you're interested in my further progress into being a pacifist, you can follow me, subscribe to me, whatever. And give me a second before I forget it. YouTube ES1. There we go. So that's everything. Yes. Anyways, thank you for watching, and if you're interested, you can subscribe to me, give me a like, whatever. If you have any improvements or any critique, positive critique, hopefully, leave a comment in the section down below. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Whoa, give me a second, I have to figure out how to stop the video.